Welcome to Daily Cash Flow. Let's go claim our daily bonus. $1 each and every day. You could do the same. Use my link in the description. Let's get into this. We're at level 7. And in level 7, we do $200 at 1.25. This game is called Crash. We want to cash out before we crash out. That was 1.05 that it crashed on, by the way. And we want it to get to 1.25, okay? And the one before that, it crashed right at 1.25, by the way. But what we're going to do, this one's going up higher, that's good. But what we're going to do is we're going to do $200, by the way. We're going to risk $200. We're going to try to make $150 today. And that is 3 wins at $200. Can it get to 1.25? We're about to find out. I pressed play. So come on, 1.25. Let's see if we get there. Get there, and it did. Okay, that's $50, by the way. $50. Okay. So we put in 200 and got 250. And I think I've always wanted to do this, but I think one day in the future, I just want to play it and just keep going. But we're just going for 3 wins today. What I mean by keep going is, can you imagine if it's like, 10 in a row or 20 in a row? I don't know. That would be, wow. This one's going pretty high. You might say, okay, you get this money, you do this. How do you get it out? Is this just play money? No, this is real money. And we transfer it out into Coinbase, right into our on our debit card. And our debit card is a Visa, so we could spend it anywhere Visa is accepted. Or we can even transfer it to our bank after that. But we view our Coinbase as kind of like a bank account, and that's what we're hoping to do with this thing. Getting a 1.25 again would be great. Yes, we did. All right, let's go for one more win. You can see up at the top we have $3,000, $3,001. We do have some money in the vault, so you can have money here that you play with, and then you have money that you can store in a vault. We have 13, 15 in the vault. I know that was quick, but I wanted to get back here to see if we can get one more win for the day. And if you don't have stake, like I said, use my link in the description. And if you don't have Coinbase, I also have a link in the description. And I also have in the description the formula. I do the formula. Oh, there it went. Okay, let's go to 400. We're going to go to 400 just to try to win back that 200, by the way. Let's see if we could do it. Get to 1.25 would be great. Okay, that was $100. And we had won $100. So I think I'm going to go back down to 200. Because this is where we're back to where we started pretty much. Technically the formula, speaking of the formula, when you lose at 2, you go to 4, and you have to win 2 times at 400, by the way. Yikes, right? I think we'll just kind of, in this scenario, we'll kind of just start over and see if we can get 3 wins again. So we got 2 wins at 200, 1 win at 400. Get to 1.25 would be great. Now, if that was 400, we would have been back, and then we would have needed 1 more win, by the way. So sometimes I'm like, why risk the big one if you don't really have to? Because technically this formula, which I've never done it at level 7, but technically this formula would be if you lose at 400, I think you go to 800 or something like that. And I'm like, yikes, I don't know, because that would be 2, 4 is 6, and then 800 after that. That would be $1,400 risk today. I don't know if I would want to do that. Wow. All right, moment of truth coming up, because this would be our third win not in a row, but kind of, we just did 3 wins in a row, but third win at 200 is what I'm trying to say. Third win at 200. Oh my goodness. So we go to 400 now. And I don't know. So the point of what I was saying before, there it went. That is what I'm talking about. That's a $600 loss, and we're supposed to go to 800 right now. But I'm not willing to do that. I do not want to do that. I don't know. It's just one of those things. And I'm glad I didn't. That's for sure. Wow. What are they sweeping? They're just sweeping up. They're just collecting all the money. Collecting the money back. So the point of this and what I'm doing here is yikes. So that's 600, by the way. Wow. So if I do 400 again and lose it, that's $1,000 loss for the day. And you can always stop whenever you want to stop, by the way. 400 is $100 per win, and so it's nice, but we'd have to win 6 times at 400 just to get our money back. That's a lot. That is a lot. And I don't know. This is one of the things where it's like, yikes. If we did 200, that could be a $800 loss if we lose. And so the idea is this could be, we could just take it as a losing session. I really don't want to go to 800 as according to the formula. We have money in the vault, so we can transfer 600 back from the vault and get back to where we were. That's why we put money in the vault, but yikes. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of in shock right now. Because I do want to be consistent with the wins, but I also want to follow the formula. If we did follow the formula, we would be in about the same spot. We did not do 400 twice in a row that one time. So the question is, should I go for another 400 right now, or should I call it a loss for the day? That is the question. I don't like to play too long. There was 3 losses in a row, by the way. And we skipped one. But let's see. I don't know. Like I said, that would be 1,000. We have 1,300 in the vault. If we do another 400 and lose, we would be at 1,000 down. Let's try it, and hopefully we don't get another loss right here. And we can get 100 back, at least 100 back. So let's see what happens. 1.25 is what we're going for. Okay, we got it. And let's try it one more time. And this would be 900 down if we don't get to 1.25. Let's get to 1.25. Okay. And that gets 200 back. Okay. Usually if you lose 200 and then you do 2 at 400, that gets you your 200 back. Then you go down to 200. But because we lost at 400 and we didn't do 800, by the way, that's what we would be down right now if we lose this 4, by the way. If we do it again, let's see. I think what I'm going to do, I could go to 2, but that's just $50 a pop. So what did we say we were down? We were down 600 right now, because we started at 29 and we're at 26. No, so we're down 300. Is that right? Yeah, Yeah, we're down 300 today. This one's going really high. And one thing about when they go really high, then they do some short ones. But man, this is giving me some time to think. I'll tell you that right now. We could do 100. That's $25 at a time. And I don't know, man. Okay, I went to 100 to try to do $25 at a time. Yep, man, I had this feeling after the long one. Okay, let's go 200. $50 at a time. And technically we're down 600. Okay, let's go one more time at 200 after this. So this is kind of like level 6 formula. So you go 100. If you lose it 100, you do 2 times, you do 200 to get your 100 back. Let's see if we can get to 1.25 again. Nope, we didn't. Okay. 400. We did get a $50 win out of that, but let's see if we can get 1.25. Whoa, barely. Yikes. Let's go back to 100. Oof. So this is kind of like when you're kind of fluctuating around between formulas and levels, and I think that was 25. So let's see if we can get one more win at 25. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let's get to 1.25 again. Would be great. This is the stuff you just, we don't want to stick around too long, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, there's 2,500. So that is 400 loss. Wow, that stopped right at 1.5. I didn't even think about changing it to 1.5. That's what I should do. Change it to 1.5 instead of 1.25. Let's try that. No, let's not try that. Let's see if we can do another win at 1.25 at 100. And that would make it, bring it to, what was that, 2550? 2551. See if we can get to 1.25 here. Nope, we didn't do it. See, I'm just kind of sticking with level. This is my level 6 formula. But again, we would need 2 wins right here. And if you're not careful, what I always say is you get stuck in the death spiral. The doom spiral. Let's see, this would be 29 to 24. Well, after we, yeah. Okay. The long one. Sometimes I always have this thought of like coming back later on and trying to do another session today to win more, but sometimes one session a day is good enough, so wow, this one's taking a while. I'm gonna go to 100 because I'm looking at that 24.76 or 75. This would be a $25 win. This one's another one that's going really high. Wow. If I can get to 2,500, that would just be a $400 loss for the day. And you just got to decide, what do you want, you know? Let's see if we can get there. 1.25 here would be great. Okay. That's what do we say? $400. We're going to 2. Oh, I put 209 for some reason. That's really strange. Whoops. Okay, we got there, but 200. Okay, so that brings 50 back. Let's see if we can get another 50 back. Which $3.25 is kind of strange. $3.25. Okay. There, we put that $3.25 in the vault just to kind of get it out of our, so I like even 50s, you know. This one's going high again. Okay, so see if we can get another 50 out of this. 1.25. See what happens. Okay, so technically that's 300. $300 loss for the day. Our last 2 days we made 300, so it might be good to just take a $300 loss for the day. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I don't like to have a loss for the day, but everything that I just did and how long this has taken, yikes. If you watch this whole scenario, you know we've been playing a lot longer than usual. So to just lose 300 is probably a good thing, I would say, because we risked a lot more, that's for sure. 300. If we did another 400, that would be $700 loss. If we did another 200, that would be a $500 loss. So we could try to do 200. And if we lose at 200, we just call it. And so we can't lose. We wouldn't be able to lose more than. But then look, this is just frozen right now. So maybe this is a good indicator to it's not even starting, you know? Good indicator, just call it. I think we will call it. Now let's do, look, network status. Yeah, let's call it. Down 300 today. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some, and this is one that we lose the last 2 days. Okay, so that's the way you got to think about it. We lose the last 2 days. All right. Thanks for watching. I don't even know what happened. It looks like one crashed. No, I don't even know what. Not even going to try to figure it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for some daily cash flow.